Phoenix Suns being the center of trade discussions all throughout this offseason. One name has been talked about, and that is Devin Booker, the Suns franchise superstar. But with new reports, it has led us to know that with a massive update, regardless of what the Suns decide to do with Kevin Durant, the Suns' main plan is to keep Devin Booker and to make sure that he is a Sun for life. And this is absolutely fantastic news to hear as a Phoenix Suns fan, as the man who just broke the franchise all-time leading scoring record should not be traded this season following that. We're going to be diving in and looking at all of this recent reports and diving into my personal thoughts as well on the situation. We'll be getting into all of that and more on this episode of Suns Digest. I'm Bruce Velez, and I want to give a huge shout out to you guys who have been showing your utmost support and attention to the Phoenix Suns, regardless of the fact that they have been not the greatest since the obvious trade deadline and have been going downwards. But you guys have been absolutely fantastic, so I do appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving, regardless of the fact of the Phoenix Suns showing your support. So let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section on the team. And without further ado, let's dive into this and let's get into the news. And I want to say a huge thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we found out the news courtesy yesterday of Gerald Bourguet that the Suns are not interested in trading Devin Booker. So let's get into this news and let's get into this recap here. As Gerald Bourguet let us know yesterday that obviously, if you missed the last video we just broke down, we talked about the Kevin Durant news and the Suns basically saying that if they don't make the playoffs, they're most likely going to trade Kevin Durant. And that came out of Shams. But Gerald wanted to let us know that to piggyback off what Shams said on ESPN, multiple sources have told him that barring a playoff run, regardless, with everything on the table for the Suns this summer, but there is one exception with this team, that Devin Booker is not being traded and never will be traded. He wanted to say that he's been saying this for months now, but Book isn't going anywhere unless he were the one to request a trade or were to force his way out of Phoenix. And there's been zero indication that Booker also wants to leave Phoenix. He's always wanted to build here. He's still only 28. He's under contract through 2028. And if we look at that contract, like Gerald said, he does have that contract for not only this season, but 3 more seasons where he is under contract. So it would be a little bit more difficult for the Suns to trade a player like Devin Booker because he does have those extra years with Kevin Durant. It's a little bit easier as obviously he's on his last year of his deal. So if a team is trading for him, it's a little bit more easier because Durant can sign that extension with that team. The team has more insurance that Durant will want to stay with that team long term and won't just ask up to leave before the contract is over. Similarly with Devin Booker, I don't think that would be the case, but it could obviously hinder the repercussions of that. But the good news to hear out of all of this is that the Suns will not be trading Devin Booker. Like Gerald was saying, he's been saying it for months, but Book isn't going anywhere unless he were to request a trade or were to force a trade on his own. And there's been zero indication that Booker wants to leave Phoenix and that he wants to honestly go somewhere else. We obviously know Devin Booker, a small kid from Mississippi, from a small state, not one with many basketball roots. Obviously, going off to Kentucky, being that six-man scorer, and then coming to Phoenix, another small market, similar to like Mississippi, viewed in the grand scheme of the U.S., a smaller area, one where he's going to have to go and build a home, build a culture, and Devin Booker did that through these 10 years as a Phoenix Sun. He's obviously showcased that he can be that star player for this team that they felt when they drafted him, but not only just their star player, but their franchise key piece. As just recently, he broke the record for all-time points score, leading scorer for this franchise, and that is something that is not easy to do as a player and not something to write off easily as well. You have to give Devin Booker his credit for what he's done for the Phoenix Suns on and off the court for Phoenix as well as a player, and you have to respect that as an individual. And for Suns fans, I don't think that a Devin Booker trade should even be processing our brains. Devin Booker is this franchise. We all know the Phoenix Suns as Devin Booker, and we have for these last 10 years. And I best believe that you can do a soft rebuild around Devin Booker and still compete and still win. Not to mention, Devin Booker is still 28 years old, and a lot of people will be, oh, 28, he's close to 30, he's getting up there, he's been in the league for 10 years. No, no, and no. Look at all these other superstars around the league at this 26, 27, 28, 30-year-old mark. They are still dominant. Look at even Kevin Durant, who's past that 30-year mark and still looking like a prolific scorer. I know that a guy like Devin Booker, who has, yes, taken a little bit of steps offensively back this season, can still be an impactful two-way player for this Suns team and can be in the NBA until he is 30 and can still be a number 2 option, or if a low-value number 1 option for a playoff contending team in the Phoenix Suns led by a Devin Booker franchise. And I best believe that with my heart and soul. So I truly do believe the Suns keeping Devin Booker is the right move. Imagine the Phoenix Suns went and traded Devin Booker, their franchise player, after this season, after he broke the record. What would be that sentiment that you would send to any future player that ever put on the Phoenix Suns jersey? The only sentiment that you would be displaying to them is, you can come work for us, you can come play for us, you can do whatever you want, rise up to the highest level of our organization. But you know what? We're not even going to value that, because we only value working for our franchise and doing what's best and moving off from you. Small market organizations work and succeed when they show their players and show the fan base that they care about the team. And that's what the Phoenix Suns need to do in this off season. They need to show to not only Devin Booker, but to Kevin Durant and to this fan base that they care about this squad. They care about winning. They care about the culture. They care about doing what's right. Let's not hire random head coaches that have had stints in the league. Let's find somebody who's going to be that investment project, that culture builder, the guy who's going to take this team from the ground up and instill an actual system into this organization, and not just bringing what they've learned through the NBA, trying to plug and play it for these stars, and when it doesn't work and it all fails, we just replace them right after that. That is not great management from the front office, from the coaching staff, from the organization as a standpoint. And it's clearly shown on display with the Phoenix Suns here. Not only just in these recent seasons, but we've seen with the Phoenix Suns as an organization be dysfunctionally run and utilized as a team, making bogus free agent signings, making random draft picks with Marquise Chris and Dragon Bender a couple of seasons ago. It is what is known with this Phoenix Suns team, and something drastically needs to change within this organization from top to bottom. Matt Ishbia needs to clean house. He needs to go through this front office. He needs to go through this coaching staff, and realistically needs to build a new culture here in Phoenix for Devin Booker and for this team to come in. Will Devin Booker be a part of that long-term culture? We definitely hope so. We want Booker, obviously, to be a Sun for life and to remain in this organization for as long as he can. But if Booker, towards the end of his contract, like we mentioned, does still have 4 years remaining on this deal, if by 27-28 he does feel uncomfortable after 2 seasons of being with this team, realizing it's not going in the right direction, then I understand the Phoenix Suns looking to make a trade with Devin Booker at 30 years old, almost 31 on the last year of his deal. But at this point right now, the Phoenix Suns should nowhere near be entertaining a Devin Booker trade, as they still can win with this roster. I still do believe that they can win with Devin and Kevin if they repair that relationship. But if they don't repair the relationship with Kevin, I do believe that the moves that they make with Kevin Durant, with Bradley Beal, with whatever they do around the edges, can still build a solid contender around Devin Booker and this Phoenix Suns team for the next few seasons to come. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, what you ultimately think about this Phoenix Suns team and how you ultimately feel about the Phoenix Suns and their direction that they're going, with potentially keeping Devin Booker and saying that he is going to be locked up long term, regardless of the direction the Phoenix Suns choose to go this season. Like I said, you guys have been absolutely fantastic showing your love and support on the channel, which has been super, super appreciated. So let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, and go Phoenix Suns. Peace out, everyone.